So, may you Happy New Year, and not just Happy New Year, but also may we have a golden age start this year. And we can have a New Year resolution, everybody, but if we New Year resolution, if it's a good one, and then we can start golden age process, first step. Why not? And that means when we say have good New Year resolution, means you have some conditions. What does make a good New Year resolution? So that means the condition is first, you have to be optimistic and not pessimistic. Second, you have to be realistic optimistic, not unrealistic optimistic. The third, you have to altruistic optimistic and not selfish optimistic. Third, the fourth, right? So, and the fourth is you can intuitive or rational optimistic, not emotional optimistic. So even emotional optimistic is better than pessimistic, but if you have some rational the optimistic and or intuitive, is better. And then the fifth is how you prioritize well your New Year resolution. If you prioritize very well, then it's going to be good one. You're not going to be fail. Usually you're going to be fail because majority of them fail the New Year resolutions because the other conditions what I said. Firstly, you are not optimistic. You are not, how do you say? You may be optimistic, but you not very realistic optimistic. And you may some optimistic, but maybe not altruism, not connected with altruism, is more selfish. And yeah, and then you can't prioritize very well because you didn't really know exactly what you want in this life, what your life goal. You don't know exactly, and you don't even know the resolution of the year goal. Also, you didn't know very well. So I think that's the problem for everybody. So I'm not saying I know everything. You guys didn't know. I didn't mean that, but as I learned through my failures. Okay, so when we didn't know, when we didn't know very well what our New Year resolution very well, and we didn't prioritize very well, then it's not good. Going to be fair. Okay, so let's say how to what does make you prioritize well? First, in general, of course, if you have the life goal is very clear and realistic and somehow linked with a altruistic mind. I'm not saying exactly like bodhicitta and you want to liberate sentient beings. That's definitely your number one priority. the whole life goal. Even you are not that there, not much there yet, but at least you have something, your life goals or your year goal is something related with others. Not just me, but others. Even not all sentient beings, but it's just others. Others means, oh, I have this New Year resolution. I want to achieve this. It's nothing to do just me alone. But there's you have a reason with other. Other means, let's say, or if I do this, not just me, myself better, but it affects my family or parents or friends or my colleagues or whoever I, if the Sangha, that's even better. I affect the Sangha's well-being and everything I going to affect, influence or affect a better way. And that means you are linked. You are linked. Your resolution, New Year resolution is linked with others. So others means there is some kind of altruistic there. So that make you success. One thing, but that's one condition. Make you more success. And then the other one, you are altruistic. Why altruistic is going to be effect? Because this world, who created is ourself, nobody else. So ourself means every day our body, mind, what think, our attitude, what our motivation. Every day we think. That's making this world. So we have some fixed karmas in the past many lifetimes. We already did some things fixed. That one maybe you can change, but that is very minority. You have to think about, we can't calculate 100% individuals, impossible, the karma, because innumerable lifetimes, karma you cannot calculate, but just sake of to understanding, you have to think about all the karmas and karmic experiences we're going to experience, especially in the future our well-being is 95% is up to us. Now we have to think this way. Only 5% may be fixed. If we think that way, is more right direction. So that's why optimistic means you making a new karma in positive way. So that's why optimistic and pessimistic make differences. Pessimistic means kind of you give up or you think in negative way. It's like that. So that's why you make a new bad karma, basically. Okay? So that's why optimistic is better, but unrealistic, optimistic, there's no zero rational, zero intuitive, even no real emotionally feel strong about, don't have anything of this, just showing off or just sounds like good, and and that way is the much less effect, but still better than pessimistic. But how we make the optimistic is make better is link with the altruistic mind and link to the realistic and rational realistic. Rational realistic means it doesn't mean you are 100% realistic. It doesn't have to be 100% realistic, but closer to the realistic and rationally. Okay? And then it's much better. Then The other condition is we have to have inspiration as much as you have inspiration, but no expectation. Because the many of them not going to success because we have little discipline, little self-discipline, and little altruistic, almost no inspiration, but have expectations. So when your expectation is become unrealistic expectation because you don't have the other things, so then becomes unrealistic expectation. So then you hit the wall and then you give up everything. So that's why realistic inspiration means inspiration. What does help is make your discipline, make yourself discipline, make you committed. But also inspiration means it's not like expectation. You're not going to disappoint it. If you're not achieving, it sounds like not achieving exactly, seems like not achieving exactly what you want, you still keep going if it's the inspiration. But the expectation then easily give up, easily hitting down, tucking down, how do you say? So easily have obstacle. So all the human beings, I think most of unhappiness and failure, all of them come from there is expectation, but not realistic. So that's why, firstly, no realistic. Secondly, no altruistic there, and no inspiration, just expectation. Expectation, and you have some gender and expectation, and then you couldn't match this, and then you have a problem. So what do we when we okay? Also, I want to explain this. Why altruistic mind, thinking others involved and with your goal, why does help? Altruistic means thinking others and care others' well-being. So care others' well-being as much as you care your own well-being. So if it's even not that, even not close, as much as your own well-being, you don't care much that, but even you care close this, similar this, if you care like this, that means it's bigger. Okay? Your mind is bigger. Your mind is bigger means not just your thinking empty mind. Don't think about a mind is thinking it's just empty. No, because it's not material. It's not physical. That's why I don't think does not exist. Because remember, our mind creates this world, and this material and intangible things come from our intangible mind. So that's why when your intangible mind is bigger, and then anything bigger is flexible, right? Flexible and more potential. Let's say you have a big land, then you have many things can do on big land. You have big material, you can do many things. But if you have tiny material, you have no much options. Similarly, anything bigger means there is room, there is potential, many things. There is flexibility, many things. One you try to do one thing is a fail and can do other things, and you like this. It's small is then it's one option, then it's the run of this, then nothing. So similarly, that's why always why Buddhas, enlightened beings enlightened. They transit, and we are stuck here. Why? The only reason is because of the mind, the attitude, and the motivation. So that's why even we are not near the Buddhas or near the enlightened beings, but it still is similar of this at that direction, a little bit linked, and then it's bigger. It's so obvious because we all human beings know somebody is very thoughtful, others, even you go together, work together, whatever you do, always this person thinking the mind, others, not only themselves. And then people like, then very easy to get along. But somebody thinking themselves only, then very difficult to work with and everything. That shows basically there is altruistic or not. So that's why I think if we link with this, and then that make more achieve possible. That's why I'm talking about the golden age all the time. Because when we say bodhicitta in general, all sentient beings means the innumerable universes of sentient beings we're talking about, right? But when then this is a little bit too far away and it's just unimaginable for normal people. But we need to bring to this earth and golden age for this humanity is compare that is more realistic, and it's more tangible. It can imaginable. It's not unimaginable. So that is like a model of the bodhicitta. Then we have model. That's why I'm saying. That's why we say. That's why this is optimistic mind and our link to the bodhicitta. Link to the altruism. And then if we have this energy, the optimistic mind, then we already creating. As long as you have this, you already creating. And then how many people you can influence, and they all creating golden age. So similarly, your New Year resolution, whatever you want to achieve, first have to think about, you doing this only for yourself or others? Can you link with others benefits? Not just yourself, but benefit others. You can always, if I do this, my family is going to be happy. Okay, my partner going to be happy, or anything. Even you cannot think of sentient beings, that's okay, don't worry now. It's just, can you think some others benefits? Then you have more likely can achieve, okay? And then the other thing about is, is really this is I want, is my goal? Is there any other things is more important? Make sure, no, this is, what is number one priority to myself? Is this one, no, I'm thinking my new resolution, is that number one priority? Yes or no? You have to think very carefully, because there is many other things is actually your number one priority. Now you want to achieve that one is maybe 10th of your priority, but you pretending is the number one priority. So if you pretend in number one priority, then you more likely not going to achieve what you want exact way. So then you're going to despond it, then you're going to discourage it, and halfway, and then you give up like distance, okay? Or halfway, or maybe not even halfway. So distance, what happened is this. Therefore, first, what is my really priority? Take care of the children, do the job, do very well, earn the money very well. What are you already doing? Ones are the number one priority, second most important priority, third, fourth, fifth. Which one is? So let's say if you're going to go to gym member. Okay, I'm going to lose this weight and 10 kilos. Okay, if you think this is my number one priority, but is really is, or there's more other things you more emphasize because you're more priority, then you have to realize, this is only 10th number one priority, but still I want to achieve. You still can achieve, but what does help is oh, it's only your 10th priority, so your effort also becomes 10th. Okay, so then you becomes realistic. Oh, okay, I'm going to achieve this much because my effort is the 10th priority. So like this can be happened, but sometimes people don't realize what is you really prioritizing. You pretend a number one priority, but it's actually 10th. And then sometimes you don't realize that, but sometimes you kind of realize, but you pretend that it's not good or something, whatever reason. And then you become confused between there. Your confusion is not necessarily consciously confused, but unconsciously. So that's why sometimes not success. Okay? So that's why if you want to go to be success, and then these conditions, okay? Have inspiration, whatever your reason, a link with altruistic mind, and be optimistic, but rational optimistic, or intuitive, or at least strong emotion, you want to achieve this. And then understood which priority number you doing. Make sure understand this. And then I think you're going to be success. But the most important why we have to link with optimistic, because we want a better world. We want the better world. We want a better environment. We want a better humanity. Because environment so bad, also you're not happy. You have many worries. And the environment, the humanity is acting very badly. Also you have concerns and you don't really like it. Yeah, everything. So what to do with is the altruistic mind. How much percentage we can link, So altruistic mind, don't think something very fancy. Think about how you will be thoughtful. Every day you are encountered with people, interacting with people, how you be thoughtful, how you be mindful, how much you are aware what happening around. If you are be aware very well, be mindful, be thoughtful, that is a direction of the altruistic mind. Without those, there's no altruistic mind, impossible, zero chance. But when you have these things, then you are already at that direction. Because you are aware other people's needs, other people's emotions, other people's limitations, everything you are aware. Also you are aware other people's acting very badly, annoying, and everything else, because they have limitations. It's not really their choices. Usually we perceive is like, oh, how can you do this for me? How you do this for me? Like this way we are not upset, right? But actually it's not doing it for you purposely, hurt you most of the time, not that. Because themselves are ignorance, confused, and very limited, mature. That's why I do it. So that's why when we have awareness, then we feel more sorry. How can I help? How can I help this person? And that attitude comes. But if we don't have this awareness, then is, how dare you do this for me? I'm going to revenge you, or whatever. Is that can happen. So that's why. So awareness and these things, like the thoughtful. Even this person is not annoying or anything, but it's still, when you interact with people, you live with together, you work together or whatever, even you are just message each other or whatever, if you have been thoughtful, then is how do you say? The people like it. So people like it means that you made a good karma. The simple way is what people like you do is good karma. Two things. One is maybe people like emotionally, they like it. So that's good karma. The other thing is not necessarily like it, but what you did is helpful for them. Some give realizations or something. Even if it looks like challenging but is somewhere is learn something good, that's a good karma. So these two types that you're doing for others, automatically karma is not something exchange. Karma is automatic. It's not you want exchange or not. It's not up to you. It's natural it's natural law, natural process. so that's why I think some people have an idea that karma, I want to make good karma, but I make merit, but I don't want return. Because if I think it's a return, then it's actually it's a little bit true. If you only care what I can receive, only care like focus that way, 100%, then you still receive the automatic karma, but it's less power. But you're not focusing, I receive, but you included, that's make my karma, my well-being makes differences. You are aware of this, nothing wrong. You are aware of this, nothing wrong. You doing this is nothing wrong. You only doing this is make less power. That's all. So that's why, I think any of your, you can rethink the new year resolution. You can rethink, and then you can reset up, or how to say rearrange it. You can rearrange, and then you check this. Am I linked with similar altruism? At least similar altruism. Is it to do something with other people's well-being? Yes. Okay. Yes. Not just me. And then yes. And then, but usually it should be. That shouldn't be very. If it's benefit all sentient beings, maybe you didn't thought about, but there is something, your family member or something, you make them happy, whatever, they should be linked. Okay, that's one linked. Oh, that's good. And then try to be optimistic, and try to bring rational calculations or thoughts, and then build some encouragement to yourself, discipline, self-discipline, and then prioritize very well. You thought properly, and then should be going to works, no problem. That's almost impossible not work, almost impossible not achieve, because all conditions you will thought carefully, and then it's there. Some of them already there, some of them you have to generate, and then why not? You can achieve New Year resolution, and you can begin to steps of the golden age, and this year, why not? So then, not just yourself, but your environment and our humanity, our whole world, going to be golden age process. So may this happen. Please, everybody, be happy, enjoy, because right now is nothing wrong, everything perfect right now, right? Right now, right this moment, is anything wrong with you? No, nothing. You are breathing, and everybody is listening and receiving, and the next step going to make progress. So then everything perfect. So keep this track, and don't lose that track, and then we're going to achieve and have a wonderful year. May you place on Obaya 3 jewels.